talk amongst yourselves. I've got so many poems in here and they're all spread out randomly. But what a beautiful thing we've got tonight. You know, we could have had a better turnout, but you know, Callum has got a very diverse group of people here. This one I wrote when I was a teenager, and sadly it is still relevant today. It's called Master Race Face. To get respect, you have to give respect. You're the face that launched 1,000 zits. You can't read that old diary without moving your lips. The only woman's movement you like is from the waist down. You'll make some girl feel rich, a cosmetic surgeon. Be dumb as you look with... Is this mic gone off?
No, you're alright.
Alright, let's run it back. Rewind selector. To get respect, you have to give respect. You're the face that launched 1,000 zits. You can't read that old diary without moving your lips. The only woman's movement you like is from the waist down. You'll make some girl feel rich, a cosmetic surgeon. Being dumb as you look would need a frontal lobotomy. You're like Frankenstein's monster with Eagle's personality. Someone said you look like Jimmy Dean, an old lady with a white stick. If my dog had your face, I'd shave its arse and make it walk backwards quick. You've nothing north of the shoulders. You'd lose in charades to Mr. Wonder. Letting you live at all was your mum's biggest blunder. You'd have to study for a blood test. You belong to Pooper. You think manual labour is the president of Cuba. You say this is the white land of your dreams, all of them wet. You reckon you grow on people, but so do hairy warts. You've done for equal rights what Psycho did for showers. You're the master race face, born to crawl and cower. Thank you. Keep thinking amongst yourselves, because we've got a long way to go on this one. Right, where are we? Whoa, so far in advance. Right, nearly there. This one, bare jokes. People think I go out of my way to piss them off. Trust me, it's not out of my fucking way at all. Sometimes I question my sanity. Occasionally it replies. Going to the bank today and hopefully sort out all my money problems. Wish me good luck. Now where's that balaclava? The path to inner peace begins with 4 words. Not my fucking problem. If you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. My neighbours are listening to some sick music, whether they like it or not. Co-workers said to me, can you be any more annoying? Tomorrow I'm wearing tap shoes to work. The rich and powerful piss on us, and the media tell us it's raining. B to the A to the R to the E to the J to the O to the K to the E to the S. Bare jokes, thank you. I've got a few new ones as well tonight, and a few experimental ones that me and my son did later on, so could be quite interesting, the reaction you get to that. I'm going to have to sort these out in a better audio now. There's so many poems. I've got bars for days, as I say. Right, let's go with this one. Right, I was going to do a poem by my favourite poet, Benjamin Zephaniah, who I'm very lucky to have shared the stage with, and also my other heroes like John Cooper Clarke and Linton Kwesi Johnson, so I really feel blessed that I've shared stages with them. But it's a poem called Having a Word by Benjamin Zephaniah. In my longer sets I would have done it, but check it out on Google because it's an incredible poem. But this one is a very personal one to me, and I'm so glad that my children are here today, even Nathan, because they know all about this and the emotions we went through, and it's a tale about grief, and it's called The Little Bruv. When I lost my mum and dad, it ripped open my heart, but little did I know this was just the start, because the deadly MND was to rob me of more love. It was to take away my best mate, my little bruv. So in 3 years, I lost my whole family unit. I felt like an orphan, totally alone and unfit. But time can heal whatever the doom-mongers say, because I think of your humour, bravery and kindness every day. Like our parents, you're a public sector hero. Never once did you descend to a self-pitying zero. They say a brother is a friend given by nature. That is certainly true of you and yours, sir. Thank you for being my support system, Symes. Thank you for putting up with me all the times. Thank you for being someone I could count on unconditionally. I said that as I kissed your coffin fully and finally. Thankfully you passed peacefully in your sleep. Every breath was like running a marathon, long and deep. I will miss your socialism, your intelligence, your easygoing nature, your pranks, your jokes, your courage for sure. You're a top brother, father, husband all the way, but your spirit is with your family every day. Gone way too soon, you gave us so much love. A short but good life. Rest in eternal power, little bruv. Thank you. Right, what we got next? Keep talking amongst yourselves. Right, this one. Woke warrior. Woke comes from the African American, meaning alert to racial prejudice and discrimination. But now it means all social inequalities, ism and schism, such as transphobia, sexism, classism, ableism and colorism. It means talking about white privilege and slavery, reparation justice, or identity politics and all forms of social justice. Stay woke was used by musos like Leadbelly and Erykah Badu, but to me it means the marginalised and oppressed too. It became popular with millennials and Gen Z, but then the shite right tried to turn it on its head, talking about woke washing and woke capitalism. But the enlightened wide awakes mean anarchist socialism. Marcus Garvey shelled down with Wake Up Africa. Stay woke hashtags like Free Pussy Riot went far. BLM activists used it countering anti-woke Trump fad. Now it's an insult with woke acts and PC gone mad. They say we're living in a world so woke that whatever you do, you can't make a joke. So that they say any protest music is cultural appropriation. Get woke, go broke without any of the fun. He, she, it, her, him, us. Personal pronouns, who cares? Anything the Daily Mail hates, I love as a dare. I'm proud to be a chav, another insult, and woke warrior ting. You better believe me, woke, it's the real thing. Thank you. Right, this one is about two of the greatest rappers of all time. As they say, the GOATs. Let the GOATs be the GOATs. This one is Pac versus Big. East Coast, West Coast, hip-hop rivalry, featuring top rappers Tupac and Biggie. Bad Boy versus Death Row Records, both dead in drive-by shootings, grief poured. Diss track started a murderous feud. Can't talk with a strap in your mouth, dude. Ain't got no love in the heart of the city. Feel the wrath of a menace with no pity. Faith Evans stuck in the middle, while Rome burned everyone on the fiddle. Son of a Black Panther, militant bars, while the others' flow came from Mars. Crips versus Bloods repeated again, senseless violence and life in the pen. Peace Summit organised by Farrakhan, a something to live for truths, no harm. Kids around the world are watching, but history repeats itself again. Increase the peace, they say. Sadly, in blood, we have to pay. Thank you. And this one is about the music that inspired me 20 years ago, and I've been with it ever since. It's simply called Grime. It started in the early noughties in East London City, from pirate stations like Rinks and Deja Vu getting litty. The forerunners were so solid, heartless and pay as you go. Fruity Loop software out cut to dub plates for their show. Dizzy claimed his song Crime was the first grime tune, but soon it would lead to a mainstream boom. Music reflecting what's going on in society. To the world and each other, everyone's angry. The sub-bass sound was termed by hacks as grimy. Soon producers battling war dubs for a fee. Lord of the Mics DVD sold in Roman Road. Record store Riven Division knew the code. TV Channel U became a base for new grime. Bizzle's POW caused fights in clubs and bands. Form 696 caused draconian shutdown for fans. It became the soundtrack for student protest, the new punk putting the government to the test. Ye invites grime artists on stage to racism at Brit Awards. Soon Storms would headline Glasgow to full accord. D-Double did a Christmas TV ad about a grimy house. Nasty TV show was worldwide for those with nous. Tories called them boasting macho idiot rappers, but it was capturing a life on the street as trappers. I've loved this 8-bar music from time, and I'm an angry poet. I'm gassed to name grime. Thank you. This one is why I've got an X tattooed on my neck, and it's appropriately called X. You were a minister and human rights activist, part of the civil rights movement forever dissed. Spent your adolescence in foster home hell after your mother's hospitalisation and father's death knell. You were sent to prison for larceny and burglary. Joined the nation to try and set your people free. Under constant surveillance from the FBI, sent death threats from all sides by and by. You were assassinated in New York City, honoured with Malcolm X Day out of pity. You disputed any accusations of anti-Semitism and joined King in wanting racial integration. You were purported to enjoy bisexual relationships. Courageous in a time of conservative courtship. Public Enemy adopted you as an icon. Spike Lee's film made you the Don of all Dons. You were an inspiration for X-Men character Magneto and Eric Killmonger in Black Panther Tale of Woe. Your slave master name Little made you vexed. You became the imperfect leader known as X. Thank you. And this is a true story about something that happened to me quite recently, and it's called Troll. You trolled me when I was at my lowest point, spreading hate and lies, wanting everyone to point. You're in the late 60s now, grow up you plum. Does losing the power of youth make you so dumb? Always looking for scapegoats to blame and shame. If only I could legally name your name. You bully and harass dear friends of mine too. On your blogs and social media, you belong in a zoo. I never believe anything you write, you piece of dog shit. You're as thick as mints, even though you think you're it. Making death threats is the sign of a sad loser. You're no friend of mine, no one calls you sir. Go back under that bridge you're from. Just ignore the trolls from hatecrime.com. Thank you. And this is an interesting one, I've only got two to do. This is something that me and my son Nathan, we just sat out to the sea one day, because I moved to the East Coast from East London, and we sat out to the sea and we said, let's both write a poem in 5 minutes about the sea. And this one is called Sea. I'm staring at the turquoise sea, listening to the sounds of Norman J, MBE, walking to the show, end of the pier, pissed up punters enjoying their beer. Getting a homemade gelato ice cream. You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Or a crepe cooked in a caravan by a cool hipster who calls me man. Running through the pebbles to the sand. Watching lovers walking hand in hand. Deciding with kids to skin some stones. Getting away from reality and the moan and groan. Seeing the ebb and flow of the tide. Wedding photographers catch the blushing bride. At the end of the prom is an art gallery, seeing surrealism artists for free, surfing dudes trying to catch a wave, coffee shop running an outdoor rave, crabs scuttle from swooping seagulls, anglers catching mackerel, life's never dull. They've even got their own Banksy, satirising gentrification for me. There's no place on earth I'd rather be than the gorgeous scenery of the salty sea. Thank you. And this is my last one tonight. Again, this is an experiment me and my son did. It's quite funny. We both said, I said, I'll write a poem in 5 minutes in your style about the theme of music, and you write a poem in my style about the theme of music. So this is actually, my son wrote this in my style. So it's a general piss take. It's nothing like self-deprecating humour. Let's not take ourselves too seriously. This is about me as a DJ, and it's just called DJing. I've always been one for DJing, decks, dots, dicks, the real rhythm and pleasure, true joy and love, revolting against the pricks. You see a tune, a banger, even bringing life into the slammer, as they're bundled in like a bundle of sticks, and shouting such obscenities at whoever it fits. DJing works its way round the gaff, bringing attention to where nobody's at. I've people bobbing like boys, who'd otherwise be working like toys. Straight facts, no ploys. Switching up rhythms where my snare is my gat. So I'm bigging it up the East London way, tearing shit apart, dragging my decks to wherever I'm at. Thank you very much. That's all from yours truly, anti-social worker. Until we meet again, peace and love.